Welcome back to my unboxing series. Now this year, Universal Studios is going to be releasing a brand new Jurassic World movie that I'm very excited to see myself, and I hope it's going to be good. So Mattel just recently released their merchandise early, so why not get my hands on one of the new products? So I went to my local toy store and bought one of these things for a good amount of money, and here it is. This is what it looks like. The Jurassic World Aerial Ambush Quetzalcoatlus. If you watched my previous unboxing videos, then you would know that I've covered a lot of Jurassic World toys and action figures. And as someone who is fascinated with dinosaurs, I actually do know this particular prehistoric creature. Quetzalcoatlus did live in the late Cretaceous of North America, but it's not actually a dinosaur. Instead, it's a very large flying reptile. But let's look at the package now, because I really want to get this out of the box. So as you can see here, it's about 61 centimeters long, or 24 inches. You can also see there's an app icon, which is Jurassic World Play, which I've never played that before. I can also see some instructions there, I think. It also tells me that this toy has some sounds in it, so yeah. Let's look at the back of the package. It says wings expand. It says roar and chomp. We'll be demonstrating these actions later on after we unbox this figure. So without further ado, let's get Quetzalcoatlus out. Alright, so I've got this out of the packaging finally. So this is the Aerial Ambush Quetzalcoatlus. So let's have a good look at this figure and see how good it is. Like all the Jurassic World action figures I have, this one is very, very detailed. It looks very realistic. I also like the mold for the head as well. It looks pretty cool, right? As you can see here, there's its wings, and the thing about the wings is this part of the wings here, the inside of the wings, I think, is like more like a fabric-y kind of feel, I think. I think it's a really nice touch because, because if it was like plastic, then it would be really hard to do this. Now, this isn't the first flying reptile figure that I do have that has this kind of feature to them. Okay, so here's one of those flying reptile things I've unboxed last year. As you can see here, the wings are kind of similar. This one is actually quite bendable, and because of the wiring inside the wings, I don't know what kind of material this is they use, but it's definitely like some kind of like a leathery material. Whereas this one, on the other hand, is like thin fabric. So I'm glad I didn't cut those when I was unboxing that thing. Speaking of the wings, there is a button on its back which allows you to open up the wings like this. I also noticed that one of the wings edges there is actually kind of a bit loose when compared to this one, which is quite stiff. I don't know if it's something to do with my model, but I guess it's not even a big deal. You can also rotate the hands like this. And as well as you can make the legs go like, you can make the legs do something. As well as you can kind of rotate the feet like this. The legs move like that. And speaking of the legs, you can see if you look closely on the right leg, you can see a DNA scan code there, which I'm guessing that could be for the Jurassic World Facts app. I actually really like the detailing on the beak here. It looks really nice. So the head can move down or upwards, whichever way you want, and it can also open its beak as well. In fact, there's another way to open its beak, and that's where the sound button comes in. So this button on the back here, if you press it, it makes sounds. So at the back of the now discarded package that I have, it tells me that this action is the roar and chomp action, but I don't think this creature roars at all. In fact, let me give you the sounds so you can have a listen. I actually do like the sounds. Now let's look at the inside of the mouth there. You can see there's the tongue poking out of it. I like this thing, whatever you call it. Is it like a crest with the orange spots on it? And there's also these little hairs at the back of its head too. And the white stripes. No reference to the band that made the Seven Nation Army song. I think the neck does some articulation, but for me, it's pretty hard to move at times, like pretty stiff. As for the colors, I think they do look nice, especially the blue on its wings. Although I think the ones in the movies had the underside of the wings more of a reddish color. You know, the top part of the wings were blue while the bottom parts were red. Yet this one has all blue on both sides. But I guess that may not be a big deal. Not to mention I do like the standing posture of this thing. And by the way, if this Quetzalcoatlus were life-size, then it'd be as tall as a giraffe, because that's how tall these animals were when they were alive. The structure of the toy is pretty impressive, and is one of the coolest action figures I have so far. So what do I think of this? I think it's a really cool figure. It's got great detailing, some cool articulated postures, and it looks very much like the Quetzalcoatlus you see in the movies. But if there's one thing I have to nitpick on, it would be the underside of the wings being blue instead of red. But other than that, I give this a score of 9 out of 10 points. It may not be a perfect toy, but it's definitely one that I recommend to any dinosaur person or anyone who is a fan of Jurassic World. Alright, so that was my unboxing on the Jurassic World Aerial Ambush Quetzalcoatlus. And if you did enjoy this video, be sure to give it a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any new videos by myself. And also, be sure to check out the new movie Jurassic World Rebirth that is going to be released in theaters on July 2nd. And I'm going to get tickets for this. Really hyped, am I? Anyways, this is ZESG 54 Studios, signing off and saying thanks for watching.